topper for games such as Armada or X-Wing or any large game. And what I have here is a piece of plywood. They come 8x4, at least at Lowe's where I came from. They'll cut it in store for you. I had them cut it to 6 feet, so this is currently a 6x4 piece of plywood. I'm going to start by sanding it and basically just getting it smooth, especially around the edges where they made the cuts, because we don't want splinters in our hands while we're doing this. And I gotta sanded the whole thing, and I took special care to get the corners because there were a lot of splinters. One thing with plywood, especially cheap, this was only like a $20 piece. There's much better types of plywood, but there are pieces like this, which is a deep indent and groove. And now I don't want this on my face up side, I want this on my face down side. So make sure you take a look at that when selecting a sheet and figuring out which side is going to be your face up side and face down side. This is going to be my face up side right here. So full disclosure, I have no idea what I'm doing. We're learning together. I've got some Rust-Oleum wood stain. This is a Kona finish, so it's going to be kind of dark and brown. And what else do I have? Oh yeah. After that's done, I'm going to put some polyurethane on there to protect it and make it pretty. And they suggested I go with these sponge brushes, so I'm going to do that. So yeah, it's going to be fun. This is very fragrance-y. It's very strong, so make sure you do this in a well-ventilated area. And just get started here applying it. And I only bought a quart because I didn't know if I was going to have enough to do both sides or not. So I'm starting with the top side, and then if I have enough left over, I can do the bottom side. All right, we're done with the staining. It's been drying for a little bit, but I can see in a couple of places it's still wet, like right there. So I need to give it a little bit longer. I should probably set up a fan. I learned one important thing. Wear gloves. I've already washed my hands 3 times. This stuff will not come off. I'm sure there's a lot of jokes you can make about a brown finger. Yeah. So, yeah. Alright, so this is a standard folding table. They're pretty common. And basically just to illustrate the purpose of this thing, it's still drying. We'll go on top, like so. And so I've put this on here so you can pretty much see how it'll work once it's done. And also this will help it dry a little bit better because I got a little fan set up to blow over the top of it. So, and then when I get to do my I'm going to do the polyurethane, I can get the sides pretty easily without having to pick it up and touch it anymore. Alright, it's about dry, so I'm starting a little bit early. I could probably give it about 15 more minutes, but I didn't want to do that. So I got this can, and I don't know how you're supposed to do this, but I'm doing it sloppy. Not sure. Alright, so here it is. Up close. I applied 2 coats of varnish, and then it was tacky and real sticky and bumpy, so I had to sand it again. And when I sanded it, I tried to iron out the corners a little bit more, but some of the stuff came off. So this was a very rough attempt. This was my first time doing anything like this. Some of the stain came out when I sanded it too. It says you're supposed to use a real fine sandpaper, but it's smooth now, which is really good because it was way too rough before, and I wouldn't have even wanted to put my cards down on it. All right, that's the big playmat and table. So we've got extra room well, I can adjust it. That's not really that big right there. We want it to be even on. But I'll just. But anyway, you get the picture. If you look from here, you can see the size of the table. It only goes up to here, and this extends out significantly farther, so we have a lot more room. We can play our full size game of Armada now. And there you go. If you want it to look better, maybe a second coat of stain, and then after you sand it, do another varnish coat. Might make it shinier, but this is definitely smooth enough to play on. So, hope you enjoyed the video, and for less than $60 you can make a whole big old tabletopper, big enough for epic games of X-Wing or Armada, or maybe a huge D&D game, or anything. Just a bigger table.